All right, good morning. If you were having trouble struggling on that quiz that we took, now is your time to do a reteach, relearn, and try it again. All right, I have changed some of the numbers on there because it just wouldn't be fair to give you the same numbers on the test, but I've left the problems the same. Okay, our first problem is find the greatest common factor, and I've changed my numbers to 16 and 30. All right, 16 and 30. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to factor tree these out. So I'm going to start with 16. I'm going to break it down. Okay, 16 breaks down to 2 times 8. That one's prime, it comes down. 8 breaks down to 2 times 4. 2 is prime and it comes down. 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. So I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, now I'm going to do 30. And I'm going to break it down to, let's do 3 times 10. 3 is prime, so it comes down. And 10 breaks down to 2 times 5. And those are prime, so they can come down. All right, so I have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 3 times 2 times 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to line them up. Remember, write both your numbers, give them a colon so you don't accidentally use those numbers as something else. 16 has 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just taking these numbers, putting them over here. And 30 has a 3, and I don't have a 3, so it's got to go over here by itself. A 2, which I have, so I'll line that one up under a 2. Doesn't matter which 2. And a 5, and I don't have that either. All right, greatest common factor, factors looks for pairs. So I am going to be looking for pairs, and I have a pair of 2s. I don't have any other pairs, so my greatest common factor for this problem is 2. The greatest common factor is 2. Now, if I would have had, let's just say, a 3, okay? If I had a 3 up there and I had that circled, then I would take 2 times 3. So you circle any pairs you have, and then you multiply one of those numbers in each pair, and you will get your greatest common factor. So again, let's just pretend I had a 3 here. I would circle that as well, and then I would take 1, 2 times 1, 3, and then my answer would have been 6. Okay, so if you get a problem like that that has 2, you circle them both, multiply, and voila, you've got the greatest common factor. All right, let's move down to least common multiple. Find least common multiple of 8 and 20. I have 8 and 20. For me, honestly, you can skip count it if you want. You can count 8, 16, 24, 32 until they line up. So if that's the way you want to do it, you can say 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. Oh, let's see. 56. 56. Sorry, someone was at the door. 64, 72, and 80. And if I did my multiples of 20, I would have 20, 40, 60, 80. Just skip counting until they match up. Here's a 20. Oh, no, I have one below that. I have a 40. So what would my lowest common multiple of 8 and 20 be? It would be 40, because that's the lowest one. Now, if you don't like that method, go back to that tree method. All right, so you have 8, break it down into 2 times 4, and that breaks down again into 2 times 2. So you have 2 times 2 times 2. Then do the same thing with your 20. Let's do 2 times 10. Break it down. 10 breaks down to 2 times 5. And this one comes down. I'm all done. Then all you have to do is line them up. Make sure you write your colons so you don't get them confused. 8 has 2, 2, and 2. 20 has a 2, a 2, and a 5. All right? For least common multiple, remember, you have to bring one down from every column. So I've got a 2 times a 2 times a 2 times a 5. Multiply them together. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. So either way, you're getting the right answer. One way is breaking this down into prime factorization, and the other way is to do it and then line them up and take one from each column. The other way is this skip counting. Now, it works for a lot of great numbers, some numbers not so good. If it takes a while to get it, you might want to just stop and go ahead and do it the factor tree way. But you do whatever way works for you. All right, last two. I eat pizza every 6 days, and I see my grandfather every 5 days. Today, my grandfather joined me for pizza. How long will it be until the next time I eat pizza with my grandfather? So again, it's asking about something in the future. How long will it be until the next time I eat pizza with my grandfather? So you're finding the least common multiple. Now, for these two low numbers, and I know 5's got a lot of easy ones, I would probably skip count it and do 5, 10, 15, 20, and then I would go 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 6 more is 18. 6 more is 24. I'm not finding a match yet, so I'm going to keep going. And 30. And I know that 5 is a factor of 30 because it counts by 5. So I got 25 and 30, and they line up. Again, you can always do the other way is your factor tree. 5 wouldn't even need a factor tree because it's prime already. And 6 would break down into 2 times 3. And then you just take one from every column. And since these are the only 3 numbers you have, you would take, so if we have 6, we got 2 and 3. For 5, we have a 5. So we would end up with 2 times 3 times 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 6 times 5 is 30. So again, you get the same answer. All right. Last one. I have 36 Jolly Ranchers and 48 Reese's Cups. I'm giving students rewards. I want to give the exact same amount of candy to each student. What's the most number of students I can reward? You got to find greatest common factor for that. So 36, we break it down. Let's do 6 times 6. Break those down, 2 times 3, and 2 times 3. That one is done. They're all prime. These are prime numbers. We can just leave it alone. 48. Let's do 6 times 8. That's pretty easy. Break this down, 2 times 3. Break this down to 4 times 2. That comes down. And 2 times 2. So I've got a 2, a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2. All right, now we line them up. 48 has 1, 2, 3, 4 2's and a 3. And this one has 2 2's and 2 3's. So 3 and 3. All right. Only the pairs this time because we're doing greatest common factor. So I got a pair of 2's, and a pair of 3's. Multiply one of each. Only your pairs for greatest common factor. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So with this problem, what's the most students I can reward? 12 students. All right. I'm sorry this went so quick, but again, I'm limited to 10 minutes. So if you're still struggling, please feel free, watch it again, slow it down, pause it to take notes, do whatever you need to do. Make sure you've got this down. Make sure you're ready to reassess. All right. Make it a great day.